We're getting set for the green flag here. The Advanced Discount Auto Parts 200. Are you on your edge of your seat?
I am ready for this. I ran this race one time, and I don't think I'd ever been more scared in my life. It was first time at Daytona, and it's like, wow, is this place intimidating.
Here we go. The pace car has pulled off. Bobby Gerhart leading them to the green flag. Everybody hold on to your lug nuts. It's time to go ARCA racing.
One thing that Bobby Gerhart and Kyle Busch don't want to do real long is argue over who's going to lead. They want to get in line there.
Gerhart gets the edge. Kyle Busch on the outside, and Kyle Busch, one of those young whippersnappers who is not afraid of anything. Of course, the younger brother of Kurt Busch in the Nextel Cup Series. Look at Frank Kimmel there pulling on by.
Frank Kimmel was able to give Gerhart that push that he needed, but now it looks like Frank might be left hanging out.
How long will it take for these cars to come up to speed then?
Oh, at the end of lap 2, they'll probably be running. But then as the group closes in and gets closer together, they'll keep going faster and faster.
I think interesting already, you see coming off of turn 4 there, the car's bouncing around a little bit.
Woo! Definitely moving around, definitely got that sun in your eyes. So this is tight. Through that trial, I think it's banked 18 degrees there or something like that. And cars will move around a lot there.
Wow, absolutely amazing. That onboard camera from Paul Menard's car right there, battling with Kyle Busch and Frank Kimmel. And woo, absolutely amazing how close these cars run. It looked like they were going to hit there for a while.
Well, you'll see tire marks up and down the doors of the top cars after this race. You know, hopefully they're just tire marks, but you know, this is somewhat of a contact sport, even at these places. Throughout
the race, you're going to be able to check out the REMAX ticker on top of the screen to find out where your favorite ARCA REMAX Series driver is running. You see AJ Fike there in the 17th spot, but here's out the back of Frank Kimmel's car, and he's looking strong. I know it's early, but he's looking pretty strong.
Oh, it's definitely early, but he is strong for sure.
Quite the battle right behind him. Basically, Frank Kimmel and Bobby Gerhart have hooked up nose to tail, and he told Don Radebaugh that was his plan before the race started.
Right. Well, you want to separate the field and get in a small group as possible in the front group. Now, there's still probably 20 cars there, but they want to start that down to just a half a dozen of them. But it'll take a while, especially when they're running side by side like that.
Is this something we're going to see all day long in this ARCA race? The cars all together in a pack like this?
Well, I think it'll start to thin out just a little bit. But yes, every year in the ARCA REMAX Series, we see the pile of cars getting bigger and bigger and bigger because the competitors, the teams are just getting better and better. More knowledge, better equipment, more experience in the big tracks, and they just all run closer and closer together.
You can see Brent Sherman in that Serta number 44 there. We spoke about him a little while ago. One of the big things about him this year, they've stepped up their engine program, and he said, you know how I did it? I poured a lot of money into it. That usually does the trick in racing.
Simplest way.
Bobby Gerhart leads this one, but that man, Frank Kimmel, is right behind him. Paul Menard, Kyle Busch, and Cliff Boyer, some of the young guns here at Daytona. Hold on to your britches. It is getting wild here in the Advanced Discount Auto Parts 200 for the ARCA REMAX Series. Kenny, we were watching during the break. Holy moly, they're getting crazy out there.
Well, yeah, it just doesn't look that bad when you're down in there in the car, but up here or sitting on the couch and watching them, it definitely looks a little intense.
And check out this. We have a new leader, the number 87 Dietech.com car for Kyle Busch, and here's how he got the lead.
Yeah, it really just shows how strong that car is because he didn't have someone right up behind him helping him, so that was just a good, clean pass.
It really closed up the field really quickly there for at least a couple of laps.
Well, whenever them front cars run side by side, everybody else gets a good clean air and they can just suck right up to them. So that's why them front guys do not want to stay side by side.
For all you Norm Benning fans, he has pulled behind pit road, so Norm Benning possibly done for the day. There's Christy Passmore, and you pointed out during the break she was on pit road.
Yeah, she came in pit road, and I don't know if they put left sides on or if they had a problem in the left front, but they were definitely down in the left front. Here's get a report from Lindsay here.
Just talked to the crew. What they tell us is she just came in to change all 4 tires. They thought one of them had equalized on her, so they're going to see if this works out, and we'll keep tabs on it. Back to you guys.
Christy Passmore, that's a tough break for her. She's also going to run 5 Busch Series races for the Bob Shack team this year. And like we said, one of the rising stars. But back to the front, Kyle Busch still leads. A little bit single file now, Ken.
Yeah, well, and that's what they want to do. We see 6 cars there able to break away just a little bit from that next group that is running side by side, which really slows them down.
Your top 5 right now, the 87 of Kyle Busch, Paul Menard second, Clint Boyer in third, Bobby Gerhart, the pole sitter, fourth, and Ryan Hemphill in the 77 Ganassi Braun car. And take a look at Billy Venturini. He is now 20th after starting 35th because of that rules infraction. He told me after lap 6 he was going to be up to his original starting spot where he would have qualified in the 6th spot, but it's taking him some time.
Well, it's taking him a little time, and that's easier to say sometimes when you're really aggravated and stuff, but Billy knows he has a car that can get right back to where he should be. So he's just taking his time. This series is getting harder and harder. You can't just blast through there like you used to be able to.
Check out Shane Meal there in the number 75 CLR car, trying to make his way to the front. But Greg Sachs, now there's a man that knows how to put the pedal to the metal, especially here at Daytona.
Wow. Greg has always been fast wherever he's run. I remember when he won the firecracker down here, I believe it was 85.
Yep.
We had blown up, and I watched him win it. What a good, that was before the restrictor plates, and they really ran fast then. So he knows how to drive around here.
I used to watch Greg Sachs on Long Island at Islip Speedway in the old 18X modified when I was a kid, and oh boy, tough trouble for Keith Mert already in the pits. He has one of our onboard cameras, and they've gone under the hood, so that's not a good sign.
Pretty hard to get the hood open on the car here on green flag conditions and have a good day.
Kyle Busch back to the front, leading Paul Menard. Is Paul Menard just okay with following him right now?
Right now, I guarantee you, Paul's okay with it. Andy Petrie's telling him just stay in line. Anything he would do now to pull out of line would just slow down the old efforts. They're worried about decreasing the size of that group, so he's gonna stay in line for a little while.
Okay, here's something interesting. We just saw Bobby Gerhart actually pull down on Ryan Hemphill. Why would he do that at this point in the race?
Well, because if Ryan got underneath him, that puts him too wide, and it just hurts the effort of everybody. But I tell you what, we're all out there and we're trying to race. When you got a chance to pass somebody, you want to go, but see, it's hard to just stay in line.
Mike Langston in the 66, McClure in the 04. Wow, we got some crazy racing going on here, and we're going to have a lot more to come because we have over 3/4 of the race to go here for the ARCA RE Series at Daytona.